Welcome back to Tom's World of Marketing. I'm Tom Foster. And today I've got a good friend in the studio with me, Eiman Bassam.
My man, thank you for having me. Excited to be on the show.
Brother, good to see you again. He's the founder and CEO of ESB Advertising, a full-service agency based right here in D.C. market. We've known each other for years, and I've watched him build something pretty remarkable. His team includes Emmy Award-winning producers and certified digital marketers, and they partner with everyone from home services giants to both of our hometown teams, the Washington Commanders and the Washington Nationals, which is awesome because I remember going in the old studio, Redskins would be coming in, Commanders would be coming in, Nationals would be coming in, everybody coming in. You're connected everywhere, buddy.
We've done a lot locally. It's been exciting to see where we've come a long way.
What makes Eiman's approach particularly relevant to our audience of lawyers and doctors is his agency's proprietary AI platform called MACData, which provides direct access to premium streaming inventory on platforms like Hulu, Peacock, and Max. If you've been wondering whether streaming TV advertising is right for your practice, you're going to want to hear what my friend Eiman has to say.
Well, TV in general works. Whether it's streaming or TV, it's the same. So that's the evolution that we've gone through. Back when I was doing this 21 years ago now, it used to be that you just put it on TV, put a call tracking number and measure each station and see what was the old days. And that's really where I learned the media buying of it is the backbone of just attribution and measuring things. I was straight out of college and trying to figure out what works with the media buying and locally here in the DC market. And everybody's got all the CPMs and GRPs and frequencies that you need to reach. And I just dumbed it down. It was like, okay, I'm going to give you a phone number for a radio station, TV station, and how many calls I get and what the cost per leads are. And you're going to meet every week and we look at what's our cost per lead. And if it's working, we give you more money. If we cut it back, if it's not working, we cut it back. So it was really always down to how do you measure advertising? That was the most important thing. And that's what I learned the most when I was the VP of marketing at Eastern's Automotive Group. And by doing that, we went from 3 locations to over 10 locations and doing a lot with the Redskins for the Commanders now and those players and really just having fun. But the backbone of the marketing was how do you measure what's working and what's not working? Now, that was 21 years ago. A lot has changed, and I saw the landscape changing.
That's where we met.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. It was a long time ago. I can't believe it's been that long.
I know.
I haven't changed at all, so I don't understand it. But the evolution started happening about 10 years ago, 19 years ago is where I see, okay, now there's programmatic TV out there. Everyone was like, oh, digital versus traditional. It's the same thing. It's on big screen. It's in your house. It's on your phones. You're still viewing the content. But now, instead of us relying on the phone calls that we're getting on each platform and see what's working or not, the technology is so much advanced now from the programmatic space, we can measure that without having to rely on phone numbers, which people aren't using anymore. People are going to Google you all the time, and now people are starting to ChatGPT you and those other things.
Social media is in there.
So it's gone, but it's exciting to where it's at because now we can measure it down to an exact of what's working and what's not working, and not even rely on the phone numbers anymore.
Right, the old school way is done. And that's what people are still thinking about when they think about TV advertising, right? When I talk to them about TV advertising, they just think, oh my God, that's so expensive, right? But you've figured out how to do it very inexpensively. I've worked with your team, and they do it so well. I mean, like, they really narrow it down where you can really be very precise about who you're targeting.
Yeah, that's the same thing in programmatic space. Anybody can do programmatic. Everybody has the tools, and whether it's a radio station, a TV station, they all do programmatic buys now.
What do you mean by that,
They can buy video content, display content, audio content programmatically. But the big difference from what others do than we do, it came down to the same thing. Okay, it's great. You're showing me, hey, I bought Hulu and my CPM was $30, for example. I'm buying Paramount Plus and my CPM was $35. You're showing me what cost, which essentially goes back to what I was doing 21 years ago. It's great to see what it costs, but what is it actually doing for my business? And that's where we created from our data team, MACData.ai, to really not look at just what the platforms are telling us. It's great that it's $30 CPM, but what does that mean to our client? So matching that customer to our client's CRM to give them a true attribution of what they're getting in return. Most people are not doing that. Most people are massaging campaigns. They're saying what the platforms are showing up, and between Hulu, Paramount, YouTube, TV, there's so many different. So if now Netflix is out, HBO, how do you decide where to put your ad dollars and measure it? So what we're doing, we're targeting these everybody on a household level, and we're measuring that household level and matching it to our client's CRM system. So whether you're a lawyer or doctor, well, doctor's a little more complicated for HIPAA rules, but for lawyers and all these other industries, we're able to say, hey, this person saw your ad, they saw it on Peacock, and they converted, and this is how much revenue was generated, to give you a true idea of what's working. And then our AI is able to say, okay, well, if we need more of these customers, this is where they're at, versus just spending on platforms like whoever's showing you the lowest CPM. It's easy to get low CPMs. There's a lot of platforms out there that the CPMs are really cheap, but if you actually measure it properly, you realize maybe that's not where I should be putting my dollars. So the AI optimizing based on what's actually the platform doing and our customer CRM and putting that together has been a game changer for us. And again, it goes back to the same thing that I was doing 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Just a lot more sophisticated now. And you need a huge data team to be able to do that.
Wow. Well, man, you answered a lot of I've got these questions prepared, but you've already answered a lot of them already. But I'm going to go through them. A lot of attorneys and physicians think that TV advertising means 30-second spots on local broadcasting channels. How is streaming TV fundamentally different from traditional television advertising?
I wouldn't say it's any different. I mean, it's essentially, you could still do 30s, you could do 15s, you could do bumper ads with 6 seconds on YouTube.
So the product is the same.
The product is the same. It's just much more targeted. Instead of us just spraying the entire market, we're going to hit people that are in your market, like are in your need. So everything down there, everything with smart TVs now, is being measured. Your phones are listening to everything you're doing. Any search you start doing, there's data sets out there to target you. So instead of saying, hey, if I have a personal injury, let's just go blast every TV station out there, we're going to hit audiences that are in market searching for your services. Everything that we're doing, forget about privacy. Let's just give it up. Like Alexa's listening, everything is listening. So everything that you're doing.
And you're taking advantage of that.
Well, I wouldn't say taking advantage of it. We're just being smarter. We're using it, and we're being smarter, and our clients benefit of that. So it is the beauty of the data that's out there and that's available to us now, and to massage that. So that's the big difference between the linear and the programmatic space now, is that we're really, really targeted into your customer.
And that's the MACData platform that you built, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And like I said, it comes down to measuring it. It's great to have that. It's great to be able to have all that data and be really targeted, but to match that with what's actually working in the business, at the end of the day, what they care about. A business, no matter what type of business you are, you only care about, hey, this is how much I spend on advertising. How much did I make off of that? Is it working? And how do I get to a threshold and get more and more revenue about it?
So MACData.ai is your proprietary platform that you guys built, right?
Absolutely. We've been working on this for a little over 2 years now on a dashboard level. Everything was on a dashboard level, and now AI came along. And wow, we're like, okay, well, we have all these dashboards that we've been working on for us to be able to go pull these reports and have all this data, so it's all there. But now we've incorporated AI into it, where it's essentially a chat box for our clients. With all their data that they're doing, and not just marketing, business intelligence, everything that they're doing is in there. So you no longer have to reach out to an agency like us and say, hey, what happened a week ago? What happened year over year? And us to go back and pull all these reports. AI is able to pull all that data and answer your questions right there. So like everybody's starting to use some sort of AI tool, whether it's Gemini or ChatGPT.
Right.
You have that essentially for your business. And the big differentiator is, if you go to ChatGPT and start asking about your services or your company or whatever it may be, it starts scrubbing all sorts of blogs and Reddits and anything that it can learn from the web to try to give you that answer. And it starts hallucinating. It's not really looking at your industry, your business, your numbers. Whereas MACData.ai does that. It's only fed your data. It's an enclosed environment, and it's analyzing your data. So it's able to tell you where to put your ad dollars, or if it's a business intelligent, pulling from your QuickBooks, revenue, all those things, it's able to tell you right there. So it's come a long way, and we're excited to see where it's going to go.
But it's a game changer for a media buying company, right? I mean, like that you have this.
It is. It's been a game changer, and not just for the media buying side of it, but just the platform itself. Like, we have other agencies now that are using MACData.ai.
Oh, really?
We're white labeling it for them. We're selling it to them. Oh, nice. We no longer have to place your advertising dollars. I don't have to place your Google ads, and I don't have to run your TV and all those things. It's a software technology platform that you can use, and anybody can handle your advertising. So and we launched it just this last August, and we've gotten over 20 clients already. So it's exciting to see where that's going. But it is its own software. It is its own independent software, and that's why we separated it, spun it off from ESB and called it MACData.ai. It is a different entity, but it's the backbone of what we've been doing at ESB for a very long time.
And it's cool because isn't your son like one of the engineers behind it?
He is. He's a brilliant kid. We wouldn't be able to get to where we want it to be right now. Like I said, we had it at a dashboard level, but he goes to Maryland University and is really into AI, and he was interning with us over the summer and was about to bring in a lot of his college friends that came along and said, hey, how do we bring this to life? And we're in the office every day working with each other.
That's so great,
and took something that was, I mean, like I said, it's our CEO, Chad Kehoe, has been building this for a while, and he was able to take it to the next level and incorporate it with AI.
So media buying has completely changed since when you first got into it.
Absolutely.
And now you can do it where it is not cost prohibitive, and you can be very targeted. You get your reports so quickly, and I feel like you're the only game in town that can do it this way.
I don't know if I'm the only game in town, but I don't really look at that. But I haven't seen anybody do it the way we do it. Yes, I haven't seen anybody do it to the granular level that we're doing it, of measuring what's actually happening in the programmatic space. And
your people are so good to work with. Heather and Ashley, been working with them for multiple projects. And they know how to get the data. They know exactly how to hone in. So you got a great team behind you?
We do. And having MACData.ai is really helping us a lot more. Because a lot of the time, we spend a lot of time trying to figure out what's working and pull reports. And our customers are asking what's working, what's not working. We no longer have to do a lot of those things. We can just ask our platform, MACData.ai, and it spits it out. It was a case of it this morning where we had our internal meetings planning for a client for next year. Essentially, MACData.ai is doing all the planning for us. Instead of us trying to figure out where to place our dollars, what's working and what's not working. If a client wants to grow by 20% next year, how to do that, MACData.ai is doing all that work for us now and forecasting it for you. So it's such a powerful tool for us internally to use for our clients.
Wow. All right, let's talk targeting. A personal injury attorney wants to reach people in a specific zip codes who've been in car accidents. A cosmetic surgeon wants women 35 to 55 with household income over 150K. Can streaming media actually get that specific, and how? Absolutely.
And the second you start searching for these symptoms, whether it's a doctor or attorney, lawyers, for what you're looking for, you start getting tagged into these data sets for us to be able to target. So it's not essentially, you have to be this household level income. It's, if you own a house and you're starting to search for back pain and lawyers and those type of things, you're going to fall in that data set for us to target you. So it used to be the lawyers would say, hey, I want to target 25 to 54, and they have to be that. Well, what if they're not? But we don't have to worry about it anymore. Now with the AI and everything that's being measured and tracked out there, they automatically fall in the data sets that show that they're showing intent, that they're looking for a doctor or they're looking for an injury lawyer because of what they're doing, whether it's on their computer, PC, mobile devices, and then we're able to target them.
So technology has caught up.
Yeah.
And really just aligned with the media buy, so you can really target specifically who you're after, your perfect avatar client, customer, or patient. One of the biggest objections I hear from attorneys and doctors is, I can't measure TV. How does streaming advertising solve the attribution problem that's plagued traditional broadcasts for decades?
Well, it goes back to what we said. We're measuring everything down to a household level. So we're, instead of just being on TV and blasting everybody and not knowing if John Smith converted into a good client case or not, now we're able to do that because we're able to see, okay, if this is a house, pretend there's an umbrella over it, with every device that's underneath it, whether it's your phone, computer, everything is being tracked. And with attorneys, and obviously the health industry with HIPAA is a little bit different, the attorney life cycle of what actually turned into a case takes a long time. So it's still being measured the same way. But let's say if John Smith saw our ad on a programmatic space, called the attorney, and became a client 8 months ago, we're still able to take John Smith and match it back to say, hey, yeah, this person saw you on Hulu or on YouTube TV, and that's how they came there.
How? That's just fascinating to me.
Yeah, and that's the game changer between buying it programmatically versus the linear of just blasting everybody, where you don't get any of that information. But if we're targeting onto a household level, we know everybody in that household. We know their name, we know their IP address, so all the attribution there is for us to easily be able to match it back.
Can connect the dots.
Correct. It's just a longer cycle when it comes to attorneys, but it's there. So then we can say, yes, you got this in return. Whereas if you go on linear and somebody just calls you out of the blue, unless you're just on one station and only, and they say, I saw you on TV, and most people don't even remember if they saw you on TV or radio and all those things. But those guessing days of how did you hear about us are over because of how you can measure things programmatically.
Yeah, that's so cool. So, like, somebody could see an ad Saturday night, right? And be like, wow, okay, cool. Not do anything. But then think about it on Monday and then go do a search and you can track it down to that ad.
Absolutely. Customer journey, to that whole customer, how they got to you, we measure. So we could say, okay, look, they saw your ad 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Then they Googled you. Then they either went onto your website organically or they paid on a PPC ad. And that's how they got to you. Everybody's looking at their CRM, and the CRM tells you last click attribution. It tells you the last touch point of that customer converting. And it's always Google.
The MACData tells you everything.
Yeah, it tells us the full journey. So then we have a weighted scale to say, okay, if they saw us on TV, we're going to give it this much attribution. If they saw you on social media, you're going to give you this much attribution, whether they just scrolled through it or if they clicked on it. So we have an algorithm out there that tracks what really is the customer journey, and at the end of it, we have a QR score that says, okay, if we want more of this customers, this is how we should spend more and more money. For us, right now, everybody's just putting more money into PPC and Bing and those things because that's what their CRM. Oh, they came from search. Let's do more search. Let's do more search. But how do they really get to search? If other things led to
people are ignoring this entire piece, man, which is why I'm out on the road and why I'm talking to everybody about this, all my clients, because this is the golden goose, man. This is really where it's at after Google. You know, everybody's going to ChatGPT and Claude and you name it to do searches, and Gemini to do searches now anyway. It's totally different. The landscape has changed.
And it's
this is a great opportunity.
It's exciting. Like, this is where we've come in 21 years has been exciting, but I can't imagine what's going to happen over the next 2 years. I mean,
I know, the next 2 years.
Next 2 years, it's going to be a game changer. ChatGPT just came out, and they're rolling out ads next month, just like PPC and what Google is. So how is that going to change the landscape? And you have about 10% of the population right now using ChatGPT on a weekly basis, about roughly 800 million people. So what happens when that number goes up to 20, 30, 40%?
Right.
I use ChatGPT every day now. I was telling you earlier, I'm on a diet, and my nutritionist is ChatGPT. Literally everything I eat, I tell ChatGPT. I take a picture if I'm at a restaurant. It tells me what to eat, what to order, what not to order. Keeps track of how many calories I have. So where is that going to lead to? It's going to be really exciting, not just in a personal space, but also businesses and marketing. It's exciting.
But you're also doing commercials with AI, right? You're creating AI commercials?
Yes, it's unbelievable. I mean, we've created AIs without leaving our office within days.
Like you showed me when we were having lunch the other day, that you were going to do a pitch to a pizza company, and you created this commercial to show them.
Yeah.
And you did it all with AI.
All AI.
And it looked totally real.
You can't tell. You can't tell at all. No, don't go to acting school because the acting is going to be over.
Right?
I mean, it's unbelievable. You can do most of the UGC videos, user content videos you see online now, they're all AI generated. People can't even tell. But I'm starting to question everything I open up when I social media.
Right?
Like, is that even real?
It's 100%.
And some people, like, even my wife, just as last over the weekend, she sent me an Instagram post, and it has like hundreds of bald eagles on the street, like they were blocking the road. She thought it was real. And I was like, are you serious right now? These aren't crows. These are bald eagles. They don't do that. This is AI generated. And she had no idea. So where AI is going to go, not on the attribution side, but also creative side, content creative, it's insane and it's exciting.
It's everywhere. Okay. So what kind of budget does a law firm or medical practice realistically need to get started with streaming TV advertising and actually see results?
It comes down to your target audience, how many households you're going to target, zip code. And obviously we have to have a frequency of, hey, if there's this many people that we're trying to target, we have to have X amount of frequency for them to see your spot over and over for it to work. So it comes down to how large of an audience you're trying to do, and the data set is in there. So if you say, hey, I'm in this city or I'm in this geography and I want to hit this audience, then we need to pull that data and say how many people are in the market, how many people are in these data sets, and then back into it with what kind of frequency that we need for it to be an effective campaign. So it's not like the old days of you need to spend at least $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month to be on a traditional TV radio station or TV station. Those are the case. But now it's so targeted, it really just depends how many of your customers are there and how large of a pool we're looking at.
And being a client myself of ESB, you do good, better, and best. So it's up to the client to choose how do they want to do it.
Yeah.
How much do they want to spend. So it's easy. And we're doing it right now. We're about to launch our commercials.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have a minimum. That's why we do the good, better, and best, because, right, hey, you have to have this kind of frequency for it to be effective. Just because we're targeting the right audience, but if we were on one spot and they don't see you again, it's not going to work. So we have to have that frequency cap, and then how much of a reach you want to get into that audience. So that's why the different tiers are out there. And most people end up going with the good plan or the better plan, depending on the budget and who we do. But there's no set minimum. It's just a matter of how aggressive you want to be and how big of a market you're trying to target. And
what's great about that too, Eiman, is that when I went to your team and I said, here, this is where I want to be. And this is, we were like thinking, we're going after personal injury lawyers, and we want to be on 95, where all the truck accidents happen, and here's where we think we should be. And so we told your team where we think we should be, but they came back and told us, no, actually, this is where you need to be. So they had better data than we did.
Yeah.
About where our prospects were. So it's a great collaboration working with you guys.
It is. I mean, we always let the data do the talking. Like, we're not going to come out here and just think of, oh, I think you should put your money here. I think you should put it there. All the data is there. So just follow what the data is telling us and be really targeted, and more importantly, measure it to the degree that a business owner would want to see their return on investment.
Right, because your success is our success.
That's it.
And that's how you look at it. That's how I look at it. Okay. You mentioned AI optimization is a core part of what you do without giving away your secret sauce. How does AI make a streaming campaign smarter over time for a professional services client?
Professional services.
Like a lawyer or a doctor.
Well, it comes back to the same thing that we were talking about. The AI platforms are going to really start targeting the data sets that we get and how AI is able to hit them in real time and not a week later. Like, it's instant. Like, if you're searching for somebody, if you're searching for a service or a lawyer or a back injury lawyer, AI is able to detect those things and start bidding automatically and shift dollars from this to that to get that an audience. So AI is able to do that for us so much faster than one of our traders going in there and deciding, oh, maybe I should shift budget from this platform to this platform to this platform, or this station to this station. It's really helping our traders do a lot of the work within seconds.
Right. It's so cool that you've done this. Okay, I know you've created Super Bowl spots and worked with major brands, but for a solo practitioner or a 10-attorney firm, what does a streaming campaign actually look like? Do they need Hollywood production value?
No, absolutely not. And we've done, because again, when it comes down to the programmatic space, you can see what creative is working and what's not. You can see what more people are what's having a lift of more people are reacting to that creative, whether it's on their phones or watching it or skipping it or everything else. Now you can do a lift report on all the creative, and we found we've done great, national looking campaigns, but on a local scale, it's almost too much. It doesn't work as well as the local guy who's down the street from you. So you don't have to go all out and have a Hollywood production set. It's all about how you differentiate your business from the competition and what you're going to do for them, and having that trust for that customer to come to you. So you don't need some amazing award-winning production for it to be ineffective.
Yeah, and you can, these days, what you're saying is, you use somebody's picture, right, and make an AI version of them, and he could be in the commercial, right? You can create a commercial without even him being there or coming to a studio, right?
We could. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, we could. It just depends how crazy you want to get with it. But yes, you can.
But yeah, you can go to that level.
You could do that level. We can take individual and put them in any different atmospheres. Put them jumping out of a plane, and jumping out of a hospital, jumping on the road when an accident happens. There's a lot of things you could do when it comes to creative, and that landscape is changing every week, every month. There's something new out there. So it's really exciting what's going to happen in this video space. But and as we know, Jim is embracing it and doing a lot of this stuff with it.
Well, Jim is the best videographer there is. Yep. And that's Gear Shift. That's who we're talking about, Jim Folliard. And that's who we work with for all our commercials, for sure. Okay, so lawyers and doctors are busy running their practices. What's the time commitment on their end when working with an agency like yours on a streaming campaign?
I mean, it's a long cycle. I wouldn't say it's the same thing as if you go on TV versus programmatic. It's going to take time for customers to convert, see your brand, and also measure if that actually turned into a patient or a client. So the life cycle is minimum 3 months, but it's a year-long commitment because, again,
you got to do it for a year.
You got to do it for a year if you really want to match it back to what you're looking at your customers, what cases you close. In some cases, it might even be longer than a year.
Sure.
So it depends how you really want to tie them, how you want to measure, and how quickly these customers are turning into cases. If it's a scenario where you're able to say, within a month or 2 months or 3 months, we could tell what's closing, what clients we're closing on the CRM side, then sure, we can match that back. But if you tell me, hey, our business, especially the big cases, it might take me a year and a half to really close it, well, then I really can't measure how streaming platform did until that case closes. Right. Or we can measure it down to just getting that customer and not waiting for you to really close the case to see how much you make of money off of that either. We could just do it based off, hey, we got this amount of customer. This customer definitely came from our programmatic campaign, and measure it down to that, and then keep massaging it. And down the road, we'll do that part of it.
Do you do split tests, with different commercials to see which one works better?
Yeah, and then that's where the lift reports comes, where it shows, hey, more people are reacting to this spot versus this spot. More people are going to your website after seeing this spot versus this spot. So we do a lot of A/B testing, which we used to have to do in the social space and those kind of things to see in social media. We do a lot of A/B testing, but now you could do it programmatically on TV and see how that performs. And now there's a lot of AI tools to even analyze your creative before you go live. Even with display and video, AI analyzes and gives it a score of, hey, you should have this logo here. It should be more of this color. You should do that and do that before you even go live. So it's crazy.
If an attorney or physician watching this is intrigued but skeptical, which all of them are, they're all skeptical about this, what's the one thing they should do this week to start exploring whether streaming advertising could work for their practice?
Well, ask themselves how they're watching content. I mean, everybody's starting to stream now. So
right.
It's not like a scary field to get into. Your consumers are doing it. The streaming platforms are growing. More and more people are watching content how they want, and they're streaming it. So there's really...
They're cutting the cord, man.
The cutting the cords are over. And people used to cut the cord to save money. Now we're paying more than probably we were before with all the different subscription plans that we have now.
Right.
It's gotten kind of crazy. So people are still consuming video content. Now you're just able to measure it. So if anything, right now it's more safer to do programmatic TV than it was back then, because now you can measure and see what's working.
And you should get into it now before everybody gets into it.
Well, everybody's already into it. It's just a matter.
But I mean, your competitors. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You know, like.
Of course, market share and brand awareness. All that takes into play.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Eiman, thank you so much, buddy, for sitting down with me and talking about this and educating me and everybody else out there about streaming and media buying in today's world of AI. And congratulations to you for making such a great product and doing so well for the past 15 years.
21 years.
21 years.
You've aged. I wish it was 15 years. We've come a long way. It's exciting to see where we go from here.
Buddy.
Thanks for having me on the show, Tom.
You
Appreciate
got it,
it. Thank you.
All right, everybody. It's been Eiman and Tom on The World of Marketing, and we'll see you soon.